Pretty good. I think that I have time for myself for now, and I have to speak slowly and louder for the audience, for them to listen to me if I can do that. So it's gonna be the great thing for myself for now. So, especially for now. Okay, that's good. Let's start it. Okay, so the thing that I'm doing now is, oh no, just skip it. Go straight on it. I don't have to explain. I bet most of people have study chat just about the concept into it's on their own initiative, their own drive, their own curiosity, their own business, their own curiosity. I can say from the era which I grew up, and people ask what you say to me. Okay, you can only be brother if your back is bent. On my tombstone, I want the epitaph to attempt to die until you have scored some victory for humanity. Many people look for meaning in life. Those not going to under the rock or behind the tree. What is my meaning? You have more power than that. You have the power to create meaning in your life rather than passively look for it. Meaning to me is do you know more on the road today than you did yesterday? It has its meaning for me. And it accumulates and occurs daily. You monitor it, way more than you did. Just then, a day later, so you can continue to grow. My profession was of me working with a fine meaning. It was how to create meaning and start up all the teens. You can line the sand between people who giant crest, but do not hold power over you. If it was quote from Martin Luther King, you can only be rather if your back is bent. When I grew up, it was first common to hear the phrase, sickness will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I haven't heard the phrase in a long time. I don't hear it recited in the elementary schools, but I think what happens over the years is we came to learn on a situation that words can be hurtful in advance in mental health. What I see on the left side of the score, however, is people are less able to deal with very same people who are around today, who are around back then, or calling your names. I can say from the era which I grew up, like about as you say to me, unless you basically meet in some goal, then how we can get in some way. There's a persons, a person, or some with some kind of cultural bias. Or to know that actually, or to say everything you want to say. Then I say, okay, that's who you are. That's how you're thinking. It's not what I need to do. Because you're in my way to dig under you, go around you, live over you, or to go this way, and then come out on the side. It's more energy, it's more effort. Okay, so I have some problems with my video. I think that mostly because I've used a lot of stuff for this one, but that's okay. I don't really care about that. So just wait for it. I think so. I believe so. Should I wait for it? It's more energy. Alright, I think I should stop that video. Yeah, I should. I must stop this video if I should stop it live forever. I have to do that in order to make it, more specific. That's perfect. My energy, but on some level, is some sort of some shit different day. I can say you're being racist to being like that's not. You're not navigated. I think high school. That's where you learn how to deal with difficult people. There are people who are nasty. You're gonna have to navigate them. There are people who cannot interact with for whatever reason or not. They're going to be in the cubicle next to you in your workplace. So I think we undervalue the total social part that people are tossed into high school experience. They say, oh, I could have learned more about how to deal with these people. Hey, how to deal with these people is not in your portfolio. Your motivation, if you forget that you have in this couch, they They have some vision statements and you have grit. Okay, now knocked it out, they stood back up, they action another way, they knocked out again, and we are successful either measured by health or influence or just joy in the lives persons. For me, what I do for the public, 80+% of it is driven by duty, not by ambition. That's how I feel it. If you do the case, it's ended up hosting Cosmos in 2014 and Dream with Carl Sagan, who is hugely talented. She told me instead, you can consider hosting Cosmos? I said, I don't. There's dozen people, a dozen others who jump as an opportunity. I need to do this. I really don't. Then I talk about it, and I said, we meet Carl Sagan when I was 17. The colleges in Cornell. I accepted to Cornell. Didn't know what college I want to go to. And this is a mix of sorrow and aversion to the moment there. For me, my application to him. For his reaction, and he sent me a letter. And his letter, and I opened it. It says, understand you like the same stuff I like. Do you want to convince the campus? You can be the same if you want to call him. He met me as I was building on a Saturday. He did something really cool. He reached back at a book himself. The was one of his books and signed it to me. Neurotension, future astronomer, signed card. Later in the day, I'm going to go back to New York and begin to know. And it's the often in December in Africa. And he says, here's my home number. If the bird can get through, for snow, spend a night with my family and go out tomorrow. I'm thinking, who am I? Why? I'm nobody. Bring somebody to him. And I said to myself, if I feel as smoothly famous as he is, I will experience the way he has treated me. If we convert this memory into this next cosmos, then we have a way to justify who I am as next host because touch got past. It wasn't passed in 2014, it was passed in 1975 to new Tyson future astronomer. I still have a book. I was an adult scientist, but the kids would have lost curiosity. Among the people have said Nietzsche is not about collecting into, it's not about their own initiative, their own drive, their own ambitions, their own curiosity. That's not taught in school. Sadly, school they view you as this empty vessel, they prove information in, they fear, in a high grade you praised. Maybe more common speech. It become the shakers and movers of the world? I don't think so. You come to understand on the last day of school, you're not singing Alice Cooper song, school's out forever. There'll be a sad song you'll be singing. Change G. I'm gonna go 2 3 months without learning anything. You should be sad that school's over. Not happy. And so you leave school, you said to yourself, I now know how to learn. I now have a curiosity of all things that have yes exposed to. And now I will become a lifelong learner. I read things that take me to places where other people think. It was about your dad that impacted you so much it still carries today. For me, unless words, what flow of wisdom did he glean in his life? And successfully communicate to me, either by example, by just a visit statement. In high school, he was in gym class and we were lining up. We were about to enter the next other unit and he was checking fuel. And the gym instructor pointed to my father on the line and said, zero rotation. Everyone look at him. He does not have a body tab. He will excel in check. And says, what? Who one is going to tell me what I can't do in my life? And he used that as a reason for start running. With a few years that he became world class. In 1948, because we were not yet ready to come back to Earth because we're still rolling from the Second World War. Instead, we're still in Olympics. It was called GI Olympics and were held in Hitler's Stadium. So he competed in Hitler's Stadium in late 1940s. The reason why I'm saying that already is his friend with Johnny Johnson you were competing against your other club. Your other club at the time is the only bright Protestants. So there were another club, the Pioneer Club, which everybody who were not accepted to New York other club, which basically black and Jews. And his best friend Johnny Johnson, okay, we come at the back stretch, maybe in for a long time, coming on final straight away. And a runner for young other club boy few spaces behind him, and Johnny Johnson boy hears that runner coach say, catch that nigger. And he overheard this. So what did he say to himself? He said, this is one nigger that he ain't gonna catch. And extended his, his leg to the finish line. And the story, not with any bitter tone, words. It's an occasion to parlay what would then maybe call microaggression into a reason to excel even more than you had expected of your own abilities and talents. My question, what is the impact you want to have in the world? My impact will be people learn from me in the way that they are empowered by what I taught them. So when they think of me, not for me, they no longer think of me. They think of their own in pace understanding of how this world works. I become irrelevant. And people will say, this should because they said so, then I failed. That's how to teach someone. I'm teaching them by authority. I don't know, that's not, I want to teach you to think about the word. Say when you want to understand the word, and just run off. You don't even look back. Because a new level of hunger has descended upon you. And method of students to feed their hunger are accessible to you. So main part would be that all are impacted and don't even remember and has something to do with it.